its 5-year history, the Emily Awards have been sharing top beauty products with beauty enthusiasts around the world. This year we take you inside the testing process. What's going on in here?
I'm working on the dance for the finale, you know? Doesn't it have a dance in it, like the grand finale?
A dance routine? I don't think we really need a dance routine. Or do we? To the finale of the Emily Awards for 2012. Thank you so much for supporting these videos this year like you have. I just feel like there's been so much excitement. It's been so much fun. I've just really enjoyed putting these together for you. I've gotten a lot of questions like, are you going to do something on brushes or skincare or hair? And that's really what the finale is all about. I mentioned my favorite brushes, also the makeup MVPs, most valuable products. Then we do a few for best skincare, best body products, best hair products, and best nail products. And that's not to say I'm not going to do like a full-blown skincare routine sometime soon mentioning every little product, but this video is really about the total standouts from the past year. Starting off with high-end, but still a brand that I consider to be affordable, a step down in price, for example, from MAC brushes, and that is Sigma. The complete kit has won in years past, or the essential kit. In the past, I've mentioned the kind that comes with the brush roll, and I think that brush roll is really great, but what's been appealing to me even more, and I have different little cups around in my makeup area, are the Make Me collections, and those are the ones that come with the 2 cups where you can store, you know, all your brushes in the Sigma kit and then some, or like your liners or different things that are just, you know, fit in the cup. And then you have 2 to sit out on your vanity or on your sink if you're traveling to a hotel. You know, you can just pop them open and use them that way. The way I sometimes split it up is keep the face brushes in one and the eye brushes in another if I'm taking these and using them somewhere. And this is the set because you don't often see me using these teal ones on myself. I use these on others when I'm going to do makeup on somebody else. I kind of reserve them for that. It is the essential brush kit in here, and these are probably the brushes I use the most. You've got a great big powder brush here. You've got a wonderful angled blush brush, and your stippling brush, a traditional flat foundation brush. And you can go to the website and give these all a closer look for yourself, but I mean eye brushes that I use all the time in tutorials. You know, just a flat eyeshadow brush that you can pack the shadow on with. You've got a great blending brush here. Also a pencil brush, which is great for smoky looks and smudgy liner, an angled eye brush for more precise eyeliner looks. When people ask me, you know, what's a kit that I can just buy one kit and have everything I need, I really feel like this is the kit that gives it all to you. And just a couple of other Sigma brushes that I think are worth a mention just because I've used them so much this year, and they are the F80 and also its like little baby, the P80. And so this is just like a miniature version of this one. I really like the flat top brushes that Sigma has. They've made different styles and they're still good. They're still the nice quality, dense, super soft. These are synthetic brushes. But why I like these that are cut very blunt, straight across, flat top, is that they work the best in circular motion. While they have this great round top brush, there's not as much flexibility there with the bristles. It's more tight. This brush, it is able to just, the bristles have a little more mobility there when it comes to working in circular motions, and that's why I feel like it's perfect for buffing in foundation. And really it's the same story with this little flat guy to use for your creamy concealer products. It's really nice to get right in there in that inner eye area, and then you buff it out and you don't feel like you've over blended your concealer products, which can sometimes be what takes away the coverage, is because you actually wipe it away with your fingers sometimes. So this can be a nice little blend blending tool for that. For drugstore brushes, in the last part of the year here, I have been trying out some more of the Real Techniques brushes because many people told me these are great, and they do kind of follow that same sort of feel as those last couple of Sigma ones I mentioned. You know, really soft, really densely packed bristles. These are sold at Ulta stores, and one is the Expert Face Brush, and this is another great foundation kind of blending brush. It's definitely more tapered down the sides. It has a little bit of a tighter feel than the Sigma one that I mentioned, but I think it's still good for blending out a cream or a liquid foundation. And then for some great drugstore eye brushes, and these are crazy cheap, but so good. I've been really impressed. They are the Target Up and Up brand. These don't cost more than a couple of dollars a piece, and there's two that I would really suggest you look into. One is called Smudge, but it's really about the size of like a flat eyeshadow brush, but it's not too terribly big to show you like in relation to my eyelid. You can see how that could easily pat a shadow all over your lid or kind of wedge it into the crease and build up an outer V or that sort of a thing. So that one's called Smudge, and it's worn off. I've worn the name off the handle, but that's that one. And then the one I got more recently is called Crease. And I swear this is a fantastic size for a crease brush. It's not too big. It really is very good for getting right in there. These are really soft brushes. They did not skimp on like the amount of bristles packed in there. Outstanding tool, I have to give it to really some kind of unsung heroes of my makeup bag, because I think about these all the time when I travel or clean my brushes, and those are two times when I'm not necessarily shooting a video to talk about them. But they are something called brush guards. These, I've seen them, you can order them or buy them at Walmart. They come in multiple sizes. If you don't have a really great way to transport your brushes, this is a great way to protect them as you travel. They can also be used when you clean them, but basically they slide onto your brush like that. You pull them just a little way past the tip, and nothing's going to mess with your brush now. It's going to be nicely shaped, and that's where it comes in the cleaning aspect as well. There's smaller sizes that can get down to your, very tiny brushes, but when you're cleaning, let's say you just, rinse them off and the brush is wet, you pull them past and then you stand them down in a glass like this, and so not only is this shaping the brush and it's helping to kind of squeeze out some excess liquid, and the fact that you're sitting this down in a glass, everything, all that moisture is kind of being pulled downward. So I feel like it makes for a faster cleaning for brushes. I also love when I travel with my little kabuki brush, and it's like there is no good slot in my makeup bag to hold that brush for travel. But there is a rather large brush guard, and it will totally expand. You can see here to cover that kabuki brush, and nothing's going to happen. The bristles aren't going to get messed with or deformed or whatever. Of the year to me that has really brought about an interesting formulation, an interesting function. For me, that's the IT Cosmetics Vitality Lip Flush. Go back to my lips video and watch for more information on these, but basically what these are a highly, highly moisturizing product that will stain your lips, give your lips gorgeous color, but at the same time make them feel just as comfortable as ever. They look like a lipstick, and when you apply them, you get full-on color that you might expect from a lipstick. And the moisture that it provides does hang around a long time, but even after that glossiness kind of starts to fade, you still have color on your lips, and it's color that does not bleed up into lines that you may have around your lips if you've struggled with that. I mean, these are like the new age of long-wearing lip products. As a whole, the brand, the Balm, I think we can all agree from the things I've shown throughout the Emily Awards, they have adorable packaging with everything. The way they package their blushes, the little characters they almost associate with some of their things, like matte from Meet Matte Nude, this matte, they're talking about matte eyeshadows, but they've developed this character named Matte, and they've named all of their shadows after someone named Matt. So it's just really fun, I think the thing from their whole brand that has really taken the cake for me this year is that Rockstar Balm Jovi palette. Showed this in the Emily Awards for eyes, but they have taken all of their shadows and given them like a fun play on a band, like Alice Cooper instead of Alice Cooper. From a practical sense, I love that they didn't have to make this something gigantic to still work in fun, smart, witty humor with all this. They gave you a couple of face products and lip products named Millie and Vanilli, which I thought was funny. And also the top 4 smoking hot looks here. It looks just like a billboard chart down at the bottom, showing you actually how to use everything in this palette together. So I think it is practical, but it also is super cute. Product that needs to be in your purse, this is a repeat winner, because when I forget and don't have these in my purse, that'll be the time when I need one. It has to be there. And they have neat little travel packs for these, but I'm talking about Q-tips. It is such a basic, inexpensive item in the realm of beauty, but yet it is the thing that can be a multi-problem solver for you. If you had a watery eye, allergy day, and your makeup's not looking so fresh, I mean, you can really take these under the eye area and get rid of some problems. You know, it's not makeup touch-ups, I've said it before, are not all about adding more on, but sometimes it's a matter of taking away. If your lip product, you know, if you had a red lip day and the red lip's not looking so hot anymore, you know, you can go around and neaten up your lip line again. Sometimes eyeliner unattractively collects in the inner corner. You all know what I'm talking about. I mean, one press away and you're done. Perhaps one of the best functions I've discovered in the past year for the Q-tip is the under eye blot. And this is great for people who say, my concealer always gets into creases under my eye and it collects in there. The greatest thing that this can do is you go under there, and if you've got a line, and you just blot over that line. You can do this right after you finish your makeup or a couple hours later if that's when you discover it. You blot over it. It will lift any excess concealer that has settled into fine lines right onto this Q-tip. Throw it away, you'd be done with it, and you don't have any more of that excess product there under your eyes. Now we get into the MVPs. That stands for, of course, most valuable product, and the one for face, I'm giving it this year to the Revlon Color Stay Whipped Foundation. This has been a game-changing foundation this year. It is, for me, the staying power of regular Color Stay, but it's in a texture that I feel like comes off a little more natural on the skin, and it blends so easily. The hard thing with this can be figuring out your color, because you do have to look through a giant glass jar to figure that out, and sometimes it distorts the color a little bit. But as a whole, I find this to be such a high quality foundation. You can get it, I mean, at a drugstore price, which I think we all love. MVP for eyes took me forever to figure this one out, because I mean, I thought I could easily go with a great eyeliner that I mentioned in the Emily Awards, or a mascara. I've had amazing eyeshadows, and then I just thought, wait, you know, aside from all of that, let's say it's a big night, you know, a huge event, you've got to look your best. What is that one thing that is like irreplaceable for an eye look? And this year, I'm giving it to the false eyelashes, baby. I mean, this is the thing that takes up any woman a huge notch in terms of glamour. I did my friend Kaylee's makeup this past weekend. We popped some false eyelashes on her. She was not used to wearing them. She looked at herself in the mirror and thought, wowza. Like, what product gives you that kind of an instant lift to the face, just ultimate femininity, gorgeousness? It is false lashes. I'm sorry, but no mascara does what these kinds of things do. If you're wondering what I love, I get the Salon Perfect kind from Walmart. It's the Demi Wispies. Ardell makes this same style too, but they're longer on the outsides, shorter on the insides, and they're not cut with absolute like perfection blunt cut. You've got a mix of shorter and longer lashes in there. I'm wearing them now, and that's what makes them blend so well with natural lashes. It's like, what is that identifying factor that makes a smiley face go from male to female? It's like when you see a couple eyelashes there, you know that's the girl. You know, lashes are just awesome, and I had to give that a mention. MVP for lips this year, that's another category. I feel like it could have gone to a lot of different things, but I am going to say my Neutrogena Moisture Smooth Color Sticks. One of those products, it's like a little Emily Awards bandit. You know, it comes in at the end and it takes out all the other products. I'm wearing this one today in one of the deeper colors. I wanted to show you how that looked. This is Rich Raisin. Looks like this in the packaging. And it doesn't, like, you know, start to migrate outside my lip. Total comfort. You guys heard me say in the lips video, they're the sweatpants of lip products because they are just so easy to wear, you know, so comfortable. I can't get over it. So I love the pink and sweet watermelon. There's a caramel color that's sort of a nude. As you can see, it's not like overly glossy. It's not something that has a greasy feel at all. It feels like a lip balm, but better and with color built in. Best skincare products, and I am kind of in a phase where I am reworking some of the skincare items on my list, like my moisturizers and serums and things like that. So I'll get to an updated routine soon, but I have three awesome things that are not gonna change because they are just great. One thing that has just been such a long time essential in my collection, and you're probably predicting it in your head right now what I'm gonna say, but it's the Olay Daily Facials Cloths. I just had to pick up a new box when we were out traveling because I ran out. And normally when I go somewhere, like, everybody wants to use one of these too to like take off their makeup. They're like, oh, that's handy. And so what these are just face wash cloths. They are dry and you wet them down and they suds up a little bit, and they take off all my makeup. I'm talking about eye makeup, stuff on my lips, stuff on my face. It gets it all off with this. I know people like the pre-moisten cloths and stuff, but I don't like the thought of having any sort of residue on my face, so I love to get all the makeup off, give it a splash, and then dry my face off, and I am totally 100% clean on the face. I will also use the Equate brand from Walmart. I think those are called hydrating face wash cloths, but I don't like to branch out a whole lot more than that because I've had some stingy eye experiences with some off brands from like dollar stores and stuff like that. Another must-have skincare product is what I use whenever I have a breakout, and I just realized I've never mentioned this before in an Emily Awards, and it totally deserves it. It is the Clean and Clear Persagel 10. It's 10% benzoyl peroxide, and I use this just as a spot treatment. If I have a zit, I can put some of this on it. You can wear it, you know, under your foundation, and it can be treating that pimple, or before bed is even better because you're not layering on more makeup. More often than not, when I get up in the morning, I've seen a huge improvement. Like, this thing just dries them up like nobody's business. My third mention for best skincare products is going to an eye cream, and I know I am kind of changing, you know, some of my skincare, but this is definitely a standout star, and it is the Neutrogena Rapid Wrinkle Repair Eye Cream. I don't have a ton of wrinkles around my eye, but I do have some fine lines, and I feel like this has been even more effective than something I spent probably 3 times the amount on from Philosophy. I got the Eye Hope, and I kind of felt like that is not doing quite as much. I really concentrate on this area right here. And I feel like I've seen improvement in fine lines in that area. This does have retinol in it. It's not overly greasy or super thick, so you can feel comfortable wearing it under your makeup. That's sometimes an issue with really emollient eye products. Best body products, I'm going to mention 3 here as well. The first one is a great self-tanner that I've loved this year that I'm probably going to get back to using pretty soon, but it is the Saint-Tropez Bronzing Mousse. This is still a super size that I got maybe last year from QVC, and I'm still working on because there's so much, but I love this so much because it dries so fast. So this really gives you deep dark color, and the non-streaky aspect of this comes from the mint. I do rinse this off every time, but it's inevitably got a little bit of staining. But I just put the mousse on here, you rub it all over, and the fact that this is so wide, this takes the finger streaking out of the equation, and it covers such a surface area as you apply, so you don't have to feel like you're going over the same area again and again with your hands, which is always a tendency. I've had some horrible experiences with certain sunless tanners wearing off, causing me to look patchy like a leopard. I mean, this doesn't do that. And also for those times when you have slacked a bit on your sunless tanning, which has been me over the course of the entire winter, but then you're a bridesmaid in a wedding and your legs are going to show and you want them to look nice. These Sally Hansen airbrush legs, I have it in deep glow, so this does give you kind of a tan, and this is a spray product, and as you can see, my sprayer has gotten a bit messy here, but the way I use this, I don't just spray it on my legs because I feel like it can get kind of messy. I make a little cup out of my hand, I do like psh, 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 5 or 6 like sprays of this into my hand, and I mix it with some body lotion, any kind of lotion, and then I just apply it on my legs like a lotion. And what it is like a bronzer, but it covers any kind of imperfection on your legs. This product covers and it tans. You could use this on the rest of your body as well. I mean, mixing it with the lotion really gives you a little more freedom and a little more ease with how you apply it. One more mention for best body products, and this is for the Philosophy 3-in-1 shower gel. Cinnamon Bun's one of my favorite scents. Also, I just love the Unconditional Love scent. It has a little bit of a vanilla, blackberry kind of vibe there. I just love it. It's a very particular scent. I don't smell anything else that smells like this, and that is why I like that. Same story with Inner Grace. I feel like this is very calming, relaxing. It doesn't have like a lavender scent to it at all, but it's just a really soothing smell. For best hair products. So 3 of my top things, and one of them has been a winner for 3 years, and it's the Tresemme Tray 2 Hairspray. So I have big cans of this. I go through entire cans on a regular basis. I just feel like this is great for locking in whatever style I might want to have. Even when I'm doing a loose style like this, I love to spray a little bit on because I feel like it can really help in the staying power of the curl. So I use it on the level 4, and this is easily found in any drugstore, dollar store, discount store, you name it. Another best hair product, and this happens to come from Tresemme as well, and it is called the Liquid Gold Shine Therapy, and this is something I use in the shower about once a week, kind of as a deep conditioner. It changes the look of your hair, the feel of your hair, absolutely, because of the shine and the softness. So what you do after you shampoo your hair, you focus this mainly on like the lower half of your hair toward the end. Leave it on there for 3 to 5 minutes in the shower, and then you just rinse it out. So it's kind of functions like a lot of deep conditioners do, but I feel like my hair has had such nice shine when I've been using this. Finally, in the best hair category, I've got to give it to a curling iron that has really just lasted me for so long. I used to use a lot of Revlon curling irons. Love the Revlon makeup, but I tell you, the curling irons just, I mean, have conked out on me way too soon on numerous occasions. But this I got from Sally Beauty Supply. I think it was at least a couple years ago, and it says Hot Shot Tools Helen of Troy, and it is a pink curling iron. The size is relatively small. This is always what I use on my hair before I put my hair around Velcro rollers. It heats up so fast. It has a nice long cord. This little guy here has never gotten loose on me or anything like that. I mean, I'm just thinking of the things that have gone wrong with my past curling irons, and this one has done so well. So check out the curling irons at Sally Beauty Supply. I mean, this one, I for some reason I think this was $30 to $40, but I mean, for not having to replace it or having any issues with it, I think it's well worth it. For best nails, I've got to go with the thing that has been really the only kind of nail product that has been on my nails since probably June of last year. Like, since my first time using it, I have not applied any other kind of nail polish, and it is the Mally 24/7 gel nail system. I mean, this is what I've been using. It involves the LED light, so you put your nails under here to cure it. All in all, it is like a 35 to 40 minute process for me. So I think I've said before, you know, have a little hot chocolate, have a little wine, you know, pop on your favorite YouTube videos, and away you go. It's kind of a nice, relaxing experience, really. But you buy the kit and you get all of the products involved, like a gel primer, a base coat, a top coat. You get 3 polishes when you buy the whole kit, but then on top of that, I've gotten a few more. For example, Forever Your Girl, the shade I have now, I bought that separately. I also love Cruella, which is a great red, and Tutu is a nice, really like almost white shade on the nails. Nice neutral to go with everything. Bottom line advantage for these gel nails, what keeps me using them again and again, is that they stay perfect for 2 to 3 weeks. I mean, I never do have them chip on me. The only issue is that your nails grow out a little bit, so you want to redo them at that time. But 2 to 3 weeks, I mean, you're guaranteed good looking nails that don't go anywhere. And I'm not the kind that likes to redo my nails every week or multiple times in a week or anything like that. I just want nails that look nice and polished and finished, and not have to worry about them when I'm doing dishes or, you know, doing something where, you know, you're probably going to have a chip otherwise, but here they last. So I love the whole system. Can't say enough about it. Haven't had to repurchase anything. I mean, I haven't ran out of anything in my little bottles. For removal, I like the foil method because I think it makes it so easy, and there are multiple YouTube videos saying how to do that, so if you're interested, you can look that up. So that wraps it up. Thank you so much for tuning in for the Emily Awards this year. It's been extra fun with some extra goofy, silly intros, so I'm glad you enjoyed them, and hope you'll continue to stay tuned to my channel for a lot more new videos to come. See you guys!